Okay, sorry about that. We got cut off on the last video because we ran out of time. Where I left off in the last video was we were talking about the time management system. In the playlist on the right, there is a bunch of I have 7 songs up here. Now next to each song is the amount of time that it takes to play that thing out. So I can look at you right now and I can tell you, Metallica is 7 minutes and 24 seconds. AC/DC's High Voltage is 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Telephone by Lady Gaga is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So it allows you to just simply work out some math and figure out exactly how much time you have to fill in. And when you record an instrumental background amount of music, you're going to have to determine in advance exactly how long you want to talk. Because if you do that, then you can set the track to record for maybe a couple seconds longer than what you have planned out. Whether it's scripted or not, you just have some kind of time limit on it. One practice I would like to see adopted, not necessarily through mandate, but is to stop talking maybe 5 seconds before the song crossfades into another song, so you can have some background music playing a little bit, and then you can turn the volume back up. So, and that volume is going to be done with the mixer board. So you can just pull the volume back with, the flick of a wrist when you're ready to talk, and turn the mic on. Another thing that this playlist does for us is that when we make commercials, we can dump those into an MP3 file, assign a title to them. We can use the tagging system to put expiration dates on them so we know when to stop using them. And then we can just put them into the playlist on here so that we can say we gotta go to commercial. So that way you can set this up in such a way that a song ends and then it plays some commercials, and then it kicks in some background music and you start talking, introduce a couple of songs. Or you can do it in some other order. So you could say play a couple of songs, drop out, it plays some background music for you, you can talk, and then it goes to commercial and then comes back in with some music. So you can work the whole deal back and forth, and it gives you a lot of flexibility to try to work out some kind of system, whatever works best for you. And I know this isn't going to be helpful for talk radio segments because that's a whole different ball game, and we'll get into that. But for the music people, this will be an extremely helpful thing to have because the local musicians can bring in their CDs, and we'll have a permanent library of anybody that donates any of their own music to us, for us to play and promote. It's all going to be there because we can just put the stuff on a CD. If they bring in a CD, we can just load it all in and tag all of it, and then we'll be able to pull it up anytime we want. The other thing is that say we're taking phone calls from when we get the second computer installed. Phone call comes in on Skype on that thing. Now we have the volume cut off from the broadcast on that second computer. We take the phone call. What we're going to need is for people to use their headsets, like bring in a headset or something like that, like a gaming headset or something of that nature to work with Skype. Maybe it would be something that maybe we would keep in Aaron's office, since the people would sign in and out, or they could bring their own headset if they had one to plug into that. That way they can talk to the callers from within the studio, and when there's a good call, and you feel like it's solid enough to broadcast it back, then you can record that into Audacity, compile it into an MP3 real quickly, and then send it over to the other computer and put it in the playlist and play it back. So when you do that, it makes the show much more interactive. And we're going to do, me and Sam are going to try to work out a test run on this, so I do need a volunteer to call the radio room from Skype. So, and it would have to be from somewhere where they have a pretty stable connection. So at some point we're going to have to try to experiment with that. Man. And And also, just to address a couple of issues that we're going to be dealing with this week, when we get to the subcommittee for the laptop computer, I'd really, really like to convene a meeting of you guys, and try to talk this out, because we have to put together a PowerPoint presentation. The reason being is because all the spending bills, the reason there are delays is because we have to go through the Student Government Association to accomplish things quickly. And we have to come up with a system for accommodating the bureaucracy of CCAC. I don't mean this to criticize anybody in any way, anything like that. But, they have a system, and I've kind of figured out how to work it a little bit. And, we need to get you guys the best equipment that we can in the radio room so you can produce quality shows that add to your portfolio. Or even if you just want to do this for fun and have a good time with it, there's no reason that it doesn't have to be a poor quality, a good quality show. So, I appreciate everybody's, that's been helping me try to get this together. I really do. I just want to throw a few shout outs out there. I know James K has been extremely helpful. He's working on his own thing at his own pace, and I don't want to rush anybody, because the pre-recorded interviews and stuff like that, we're not even close to the technical skill needed to do a live type of interview like that. But we will get there. I can promise you that, because I'm going to continue doing what I just did here. And we're going to work out Skype tutorials and things of that nature to try to address some of the training, and we'll have like a permanent library of tutorials on YouTube, and I think that would be an extremely great thing to have for CCAC, but not just for us, but for new students that we don't even know yet. And they're going to be here in the fall, because there's going to be new group of students like there is every year. I know there's some new faces around this semester, and we just got to try to get everything involved and try to get everything straightened out, and we got 3 months to do it. So this has been Stern, and this is your weekly update, because I'm going to try to do this every Sunday, is try to get some kind of update out there to let the club know what's going on, know what we need to work on outside of the meeting, and have some kind of thing posted where everybody can hear some of the things that we're working on. If you throw comments in the YouTube, on my YouTube channel, that's awesome. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done something like this, and I'm really enjoying it, and I really enjoy trying to work in the best interests of the students, with the faculty. And Aaron's been great to work with. Also want to thank Tara and Ben Williams, because one of the bylaws is that so everybody knows this, one of the bylaws is that the radio club, whoever's in charge, has to go to the SGA meetings at least once a month, and I tend to go there. Like, I missed one meeting last week, and that was because I was up against it for a calc exam, so I kind of skipped out on that. But that was like 2 weeks ago. But I will try to attend at least 3 of those meetings every month. They have 4 or 5 each month, and and try to keep everybody in tune with what's going on with the Student Government Association, and and push our appropriations through the SGA, because when we push them through the SGA, they're going to happen faster, and it's going to be pretty solid, I think. So to everybody out there in YouTube land and on the internet, this is Stern, and I'll check you later. Alright, let's turn it off.